Hey friends, it's Amy from Mountain Sage Wellness Shop in downtown Hendersonville, North Carolina. And this is episode 4 of the Ask Amy video series, where weekly I answer your questions around holistic health. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a certified clinical aromatherapist and have been working with plant medicines and other natural healing modalities for nearly 30 years. My disclaimer is that I'm not a doctor, and everything that I offer to you in the Ask Amy series is suggestions, things that I've learned from my private practice and also from my personal life. So I highly recommend that before you bring anything new into your health and wellness routine, you consult with your healthcare provider to make sure that it suits you best. Okay, so today's topic is on the heart chakra. I was scheduled to present on the Heart Chakra for the Universalist Unitarian Fellowship of Hendersonville, and sadly it's been canceled due to the coronavirus. Today, April 16th, is also my 5-year anniversary of meeting my beloved Jeff. So since this is a day of love for me, and due to the pandemic and the crisis that the world is going through, I felt that it was still really important to present on the heart chakra. So the name chakra is the Sanskrit word for wheel. And in our major chakra system, we have 7 chakras, and they're positioned along the spine and appear as wheel-like vortices or energy centers. Each chakra has a purpose and a connection to our physical body. And our heart chakra is in the center of our major chakra system. And so it bridges our lower physical chakras with our upper spiritual chakras. And one of its main jobs is to keep the flow of energy and keep the flow of communication between our physical chakras and our spiritual chakras, keeping that healthy and moving. Our heart chakra, also known as Anahata, is the center of compassion. It's not just compassion for others, but also compassion for ourselves. This is where we learn how to give and receive love, and not just giving and receiving love to others, but also giving love to ourselves and receiving that love, really accepting it. The affinities with the physical body that we see with the heart chakra is our circulatory system, our physical heart, also our lungs and our arms, our thymus gland, and our immune system. So you see in our physical body, it's the things that are near our heart chakra that it has an affinity with. Today we're going to talk about what it looks like to have a balanced heart chakra and to have an imbalanced heart chakra. Now, imbalances can be excessive energy and depleted energy. So it's not just imbalanced in general. It's either the energy of the heart chakra is excessive or it's depleted, like I was saying. So when we're talking about a balanced heart chakra, a balanced Anahata, we are able to be warm and sincere. We are able to nurture ourselves first before we take care of others. And that's really important that we're able to do that for ourselves. We're also balanced and whole within our bodies. And we're able to accept and tolerate others. So that's really important. And it's also a sign that we have a balanced heart chakra. We also see an equilibrium between our material possessions and our spirituality. So like I was saying, the heart chakra is the bridge between our physical chakras and our spiritual chakras. It's also, the balance between our material possessions and our spirituality. So they're both equal, and not one is more than the other. So excessive energy in our heart chakra, we will find ourselves becoming clingy and codependent in our relationships. We also present with jealousy in our relationships. We're overly critical, and not just overly critical of others, but overly critical of ourselves. So when you listen to your self-talk, are you speaking to yourself with compassion, or are you speaking to yourself with criticism? So that's really important to see how we're speaking to ourselves. We also try to control others with money. We will also withhold our love to get what we want, or to get a certain behavior out of someone. So we'll be withholding. And that's all when our heart chakra's energy is excessive. We have that excessive behavior. So when our heart chakra energy is depleted, we isolate ourselves from our loved ones. We have low self-esteem and find that we're down in the dumps a lot. We're depressed. So that depleted energy around our center of compassion will often present itself in depression in our emotional body. We feel that we're unworthy of love. Now, not just unworthy of love from others, but unworthy of loving ourselves. And that's when we feel that about ourselves, that is a good sign that our heart chakra energy is depleted. We're terrified of rejection, and we need constant reassurance in our relationships. So not just our lovers, but also our family and our friends and our coworkers, we need to be reassured that they love us. That's a good sign that our heart chakra energy is depleted. So how do we balance our heart chakra? One way that I really love to balance chakras is color therapy. The colors of Anahata are green and pink. Now, green symbolizes growth and newness and expansion and also healing. We will notice that when we're either taking a walk in the woods or we're on a country drive, that we are breathing deeper. All of the green popping out right now in spring, we see the plants and trees around us literally expanding in front of us as the leaves are filling in. Pink is the color of peace and unconditional love. It's very calming. And it helps neutralize negative energy. So one thing that I find fascinating is a lot of prisons are painted pink. And so that is to neutralize negative energy. I find that very fascinating. So if your heart chakra energy is excessive, if it's too much, you want to bring in the pinks more. You want to bring in that calm, that peace, that unconditional love. It helps neutralize that negativity, neutralize that excessive energy to help bring it into balance. When we find that our heart chakra is depleted and needs to be, brought up to balance, needs to be healed and growth, we bring in the greens. And ways in which to use color therapy would be to wear it. So, you know me, I love my scarves and my pashminas. I love wrapping myself in color. So if I'm doing a particular, work on a particular chakra, I will literally wrap myself in a scarf or wrap myself in a blanket that is that color. I'll wear the clothing, I'll wear the jewelry, I'll have that color around me all the time. You can also eat your colors. So a great way to, eat green would be like avocados and zucchinis and broccoli and our leafy greens. We can eat pink through raspberries and apples and salmon. Watermelon is a great way to get both the pink and the green. So eating your pinks and greens is a great way to use the color therapy for balancing the heart chakra. Not only are you visually looking at that color, but you're also bringing in the color through your nutrients. So crystals and gemstones are another way to help balance your heart chakra. So I'm just gonna read some of the crystals and gemstones that I recommend and why I recommend them. Now, this is not an extensive list. This is just a small list so that we're not here for days. So green aventurine helps us be more patient, encourage us to be more tolerant of others, and really helps us to relax. It's a beautiful light to medium green color, little flecks of gold. Green calcite helps us trust, not just trust ourselves, but trust others. It's also really good for assisting us when we're going through big transitions. Emerald helps us grow spiritually, and it also brings in clarity and awareness and healing for our heart. It's been known to bring in harmony for couples. Now, that's an old wives' tale, but I'm sure it wouldn't hurt to bring, emeralds into your bedroom to bring harmony between you and your significant other. Malachite helps balance our body systems. It's known as the stone of transformation, and it's really powerful for healing those deep emotional wounds. So if you're not quite ready to get in there and really heal those old wounds, then malachite might be a little much. So, bring in, say, like the green aventurine, where it's soft and gentle and helps you, be more patient, and helps balance the heart chakra. Now, unakite is really great because it has both the green and the pink in it. So if you know that your heart chakra is imbalanced, but you're not quite sure if it's excessive or depleted, or you think it's both, like it's spinning excessively one time and it's really depleted another time, using unakite is really beautiful because, like I said, you get both of the green and the pink. It really helps us be patient with ourselves, and also brings in a level of self-awareness. Uplifts our emotions and dispels sadness. So unakite is really nice when we have that depleted depression, and then also when we need to be more patient because our energy is excessive. Rose quartz helps remove stuck energy. So if you're feeling that depleted heart chakra energy, rose quartz is really nice for that. It's really gentle in its healing properties. It encourages love and harmony, and also helps reduce tension. So a really great stress reliever as well. Rhodochrosite helps us access our selfless love. So when we're able to be unconditional in our love, or when we're not able to be unconditional in our love, rhodochrosite is really nice for bringing that in. Also helps us be more compassionate to ourselves and to others. Rhodonite. Okay, so here's rhodochrosite, and then in my ring, and here's rhodonite in my mala. Rhodonite offers us a realistic, down-to-earth caring for ourselves. Like, it really allows us to just be genuine and real with the way that we care and love for ourselves. It also encourages us to, reach our aspirations, to go out and show the world what we have. I really like rhodonite for that. Pink calcite is so pretty. I love its swirls of pink and white, and I have this one particular calcite that's like 3 kind of circular coming out. You can just imagine what the geology was doing back then. I'll have to bring it to a video sometime. So it brings in peace and well-being, and it helps us to gently let go of past emotional hurts. So where I was talking earlier, where the malachite really gets in there and makes you face your old emotional wounds so that you can let them go, the pink calcite will help you, be gentle with yourself and be gentle with letting go of those past pains. So how can you use the crystals? So you can wear the jewelry like I'm doing today. You can actually buy the crystals and gemstones and literally lay them on your heart chakra. Lie down and lay the crystals and gemstones right there and just do a soft meditation. Something where you're bringing in more compassion and love for yourself, something where you're being gentle with yourself. You can hold the crystals and gemstones if you don't want to lie down. You can hold them, put them in your pockets, carry them around with you, set them out where you see them, have them on your nightstand next to your bed table. Endless ways to bring crystals and gemstones into your life. So now we're going to talk about Anahata aromatics, of course. So I'm going to go over, and this is not an extensive list. And so I'm just going to go over some of them, which I know I said the crystals would be quick, and it didn't seem to be very quick. So I will try to be a little quicker with the aromatics, but probably not. So bergamot is one of my favorites for healing the heart. Helps us really open our heart chakra to allow love and joy and happiness and peace to just be in our heart chakra. It really helps increase our compassion for ourselves, and I just, it's just such a happy, vibrant aromatic. Now, Roman chamomile, on the other hand, is more calming and gentle and soothing to our heart chakra, to the love and compassion that we have for ourselves. It also helps us understand our relationships. Now, if we're having a hard time understanding a past relationship, then it helps us to understand our feelings in that relationship. So if you do a meditation with Roman chamomile around, why did this relationship end, or something like that, Roman chamomile can help you understand, your feelings around that relationship, why you put so much importance into it. Cypress, I think I talk about cypress in almost every single episode. I just love cypress. Cypress is really great for doing grief work because it allows us to accept change. So when we have a major loss and we're grieving, and right now in our lives, the loss of being able to see our friends, to being able to see our family, we're grieving in this world because of the way we are being restricted in our lives right now due to the pandemic. So cypress really helps us accept the change that we're living through. It also quiets an excessive mind. So when we have that monkey mind, when we're going over and over that excessive energy, cypress really helps to quiet that and bring in that self-love. Frankincense is great with using for the heart chakra because it promotes compassion, and it also allows us to tap into that part of ourselves that wants to be in service to others and wants to be in service to ourselves. So it's really great on helping us when we're feeling like we need to do something but we're not quite sure like how to get started, or not quite sure what to do. Frankincense can bring some clarity to that, and or if we wish we were a little bit more in service of others, frankincense can help boost that. Geranium is such a beautiful bringer of peace and grace and ease. I really love working with geranium for the heart chakra. It helps us open our heart chakras to being able to nurture ourselves. So I love geranium for that. Lavender is calming and comforting and stabilizing to our heart chakra. It really helps promote forgiveness and also acceptance. So that's really great when you're doing heart chakra work. Mandarin uplifts the heart. It also helps when we've been emotionally wounded and we feel like we can't participate in life anymore, or maybe we can't be loved ever again, or whatever that feeling is. Mandarin really helps heal that and helps us bring joy. I mean, you smell that mandarin, it's just joyful. It's such a joyful smell. Really helps us bring joy back into our lives and back into our heart chakras. Sweet marjoram is really nice and warming to the emotions, warms the heart. When we have that depleted energy and we need to warm it up and bring it forward, sweet marjoram, you know, is great, especially with grief. It helps us accept our emotional pains, helps us, you know, accept our losses and accepts the change in our lives. And it can help us be more sincere to ourselves and to others. Neroli is a really wonderful heart chakra healer. Promotes love and a sense of peace. Really helps us, you know, going back to that grief. So neroli is great for grief. It helps us disperse the sorrow. That's why I really like working with neroli when I'm doing grief or like a depleted heart chakra, because it helps disperse that unworthiness. It helps disperse the sorrow. It helps really heal our heart chakras and heal the love that we have for ourselves. Palmarosa is a beautiful, comforting aromatic. It really promotes self-love and helps us understand that we need to put ourselves first. So if we're one of those people that just does and takes care of everyone else and nurtures everyone else and makes sure everyone else is okay, Palmarosa is really beautiful for helping us know that we should be nurturing ourselves first. Helps us do it. You know, bring in that self-love, bring in that nurturing, bring in, you know, putting ourselves first so that we can be better caretakers for other people. Patchouli. Now, y'all knew patchouli was going to be on my list. Patchouli's on every list. Just kidding, but not really. I mean, patchouli will always be there. Patchouli is, you know, the happy hippie pill, but it's also warming to the heart. So when we're having that coldness in our heart chakra, when we're having that depletion, patchouli is really nice on warming us up and strengthening our capacity for love and strengthening our capacity for love for ourselves and for others. Petitgrain uplifts the heart. It promotes trust and faith in the power of love. I love that so much. So I love using petitgrain when we're having that, you know, I'm unworthy of love, I'm unworthy of being loved, I'm unworthy of loving myself. Petitgrain is really great for helping us understand that we are worthy, that loving ourselves is important. Loving ourselves is key to having a healthy heart chakra, and petitgrain helps with that. I also love rose, of course, for dealing with an imbalanced heart chakra. Really promotes love and compassion and hope. Really helps bring us out of deep sorrow, bring us out of deep grief. Shows us how to have patience and acceptance for others, and also patience and acceptance for ourselves. Sandalwood is really beautiful for balancing the heart chakra because it's calming and strengthening to our heart chakra. It also helps protect our compassionate center. So if we are being kicked around by other people and we really feel our compassion being weakened, sandalwood, you know, the wood of the tree is the protective layer, and so sandalwood will help protect your heart chakra from other people trying to deplete it, from other people trying to knock you down. I really love sandalwood for that. Tulsi or holy basil is a beautiful, warming aromatic, really helps heal and lighten a heavy heart. So the aromatic of Tulsi, I don't know how else to say that, lightens that heavy heartness, allows us to, go forth with our confidence. So when we're having that low self-esteem, Tulsi is really great for going after what we want, especially if it's about love, whether it's love for ourselves or love for others. Going after that, Tulsi is really great for helping us do that. And ylang ylang. So ylang ylang is helps integrate passion and peace. So when we're having those aspects of our lives, like where we don't have any passion, where our heart chakra is imbalanced, and we can't, we don't have that motivation, that thrive to be alive and to go after what we want, ylang ylang really helps with that. And it warms and softens that hard heart. I love the smell of ylang ylang for bringing in joy. I really like that. So how can you use aromatics? One way that I like to do is put a couple drops. Like if I can't make a personal aromatherapy inhaler, I'll put a couple drops in a paper towel. Now the reason why I use a paper towel over a tissue is because I can fold it up and stick it like in my bra and not worry about it getting on my skin. Now if you don't wear a bra, you can put it in your pocket and just pull it out when you need it. Or you can also wear like aromatherapy jewelry and put a few drops and be able to smell that under your nose if you're doing some heavy work and you need to have the aromatics going for a little while. Aromatherapy jewelry is really great for that. You can diffuse, you can also make your own aromatic products. A couple of things that we have in the shop around aromatics. There's a whole chakra line for the 7 major chakras, and the heart chakra one is called Nourish, and we have spritzers and personal aromatherapy inhalers in that. And then we also have the personal aromatherapy inhaler kits. So it's a whole, so here's the, I'm not sure if you could see it when I was opening it. So here's the little kit. And this has the whole chakra system, the whole major chakra system. And these are personal aromatherapy inhalers. So you just uncap them and breathe deep. And I always recommend using your inhalers for about 3 to 5 minutes if you can. If you can, use it for that long, that will give the most impact on like shifting the limbic system, which is our emotion control center. So if you're using aromatics for your emotional body, trying to use them for 3 to 5 minutes, especially at the nose in the concentration of the aromatherapy inhalers, will have the most effect. And if you can't sit there and do that, like the spritzers, you can spritz like the scarf you're wearing. I like to spritz my hair when it's wet, because then throughout the day, if my hair moves, I'll smell it again. And so I really like using aromatics that way. Another product that we have in the shop is Big Big Love. It's an herbal tincture made by Hearth and Moon. And I've been personally using this because with everything that's going on right now, I, have been needing a little extra warmth around my heart. So this Big Big Love herbal tincture not only helps the physical heart, but it also helps the emotional heart, and it's really been easing my emotional pain and making me feel really great. I really love that particular herbal tincture. If there's any other particular products on our website that you aren't sure about, you're welcome to email me. You're welcome to email me anytime. mountainsageshop@gmail.com. Ask me any questions that you have. The website, our online wellness shop, is found at mountainsageshop.com. And you can also find the Ask Aimee link there. So if you do have some questions that you'd like to be addressed on the Ask Aimee series, you just click that link and you can enter your questions, and it's all anonymous, unless you want to give me your name. So thank you for listening to my presentation on the heart chakra. There are many ways to balance our chakras. These are just some of the ways that I love to do it. So color therapy, aromatics, eating your colors, you can bring in the different herbs. I didn't go into a whole bunch of different herbs and flower essences. I love flower essences for balancing chakras. You can do different exercises, different yoga poses to open up the chest. That's really great for balancing the heart chakra and bringing energy into the heart chakra. There's all kinds of ways to balance your chakras, but I didn't want to have like a 6-hour video. So again, thank you for watching my presentation, and I hope that you are all staying healthy and happy, and I love you, and be well, my friends, and reach out if you need me. Okay, bye now.